Hello, crafty friends, and happy Friday. I see I've already got some people here. I'm so sorry, excuse me. Hello, Beachcomber Noni. I'm so glad you're here. Beverly Robinson, hi. I'm happy you're here to watch the live too today. I'm going to be honest, this live almost did not happen today, and I have been in such a rush this morning. Elaine, hello, Elaine from Pennsylvania. I'm glad you're here too. I'm really glad to be here. I've been rushing because I get AFib sometimes, and I got it last night, and it kind of goes all through the night. It was lasting through this morning, and it stopped at 9 o'clock this morning. And you can't really do a whole lot when that's going on. So I rushed in the shower and was hurrying, getting ready. So it almost did not happen. I was praying and praying and praying. I was like, by 9 o'clock, this needs to stop, and it did. So I am so happy to be here with you guys. We're going to make some... So I'm out of breath. So sorry. I'm breathing like a creep because I literally been rushing, like running to find my shirt, my clothes, everything. Anyways, I'll get it together. Today we're going to make some Valentine mug cards. And funny enough, my inspiration is from a cross stitch pattern that I saw on Facebook. So it has a bunch of Valentine mugs with all kinds of fun little decorations. We're going to do 3. There was 6 on here. I'm not going to do that. So I like to prep my stuff ahead of time. And when I was prepping it, the mugs, the die mugs that I'm using, and I'll show you all my products, were big, which is great. But originally I had in my mind, oh, I'm going to put a couple on a card and that'll be great. Well, no, they're big. So 1 per card. So then I thought, well, I don't want them necessarily just floating in the middle of the card. So I decided from a different cross stitch pattern to put them on a shelf. Not that that's a weird concept to put a mug on a shelf, but so for 2 cross stitch patterns are my inspiration today. Hello, Tamara. Oh, you're so cute. Thank you. I know I'm sweating right now. Like literally I'm sweating. I was in such a rush. Okay. Enough about all that craziness. Let me bring in what we're going to be using today, because we're going to be using multiple different products, because that's kind of fun. You know, if you have a little bit of this from one company, a little bit of that from another company, then, you know, it's great to kind of put them all together. Let me go here. Okay. So we are going to be using, these are like older Lawn Fawn products. The mug that I'm using is the outside in stitched mug, and I do have everything listed for you guys and linked below. If you use them, they are affiliate links. They don't cost you guys anything, but they are listed for your convenience. And if you do use them, thank you, but don't feel like you have to. But we're going to use this mug here because it's going to cut out a solid, where this mug is going to cut out a window, so like you could make a shaker or whatever. But I did use the marshmallows, hearts, and spoon out of this mug. Weirdly, I was looking for a straw, and I'm like, I don't have a die that I could think of, but I came across this stamp set, and I'm going to use this stamp to create a fun little striped straw. Then we're going to use some of these birthday cake pops from Pretty Pink Posh, and from their more recent, their January release, we're going to use some of the chocolates from the box of chocolates. We're going to use the X's in that. Oh, also we're going to use a bow. And then I needed whipped cream. And so I was digging and I went through Honeybee Stamps, and this is actually frosting, but we're going to use it like whipped cream. It's a little small, so we're going to use a couple and it's going to work. And the cute little cherries. For our shelf, we're going to be using the Barnwood planks from Honeybee Stamps. I'm not using that. And then we're going to use the Valentine banner greetings from January's release from Pretty Pink Posh. And then some inks. Also, we are going to be using, I say we because we're crafting together, you know. These are new embossing folders from scrapbook.com, and actually I just want to say they do have a deal right now where you can get all 4 of these ones. I'm going to use 3 of these, but you can get all 4 of these for $21.99 in a bundle right now. I do have that linked. It's a fantastic deal. So anyways, I think I don't know. I'll have you guys help me pick, but I am going to use these 2 for sure. And then these 2, I will decide as we go, because I kind of want this for like the background texture on our cards. So I already have everything. Find somewhere to put all my stuff. Everything die cut, and ready to go. So with all that said, hello again and welcome. Say hey, I love chatting with you guys. And let me know how your week has been. I think I'm going to start embossing first. Yeah, how has your week been leading up to today? I was a week ahead, or a week ahead, no, that'd be bad. A day ahead all week until yesterday. Like every day I thought was later, or yeah, it was later than what it was. Okay, I'm going to start with this polka dot one. It's a cold week. It's been chilly. It's going to be really warm. We're actually going to get to 60 on Sunday, which is really warm for January here because normally it's cold and cold and cold. So one of my thoughts is on the card is that I want my shelf to kind of go about here. And so I plan on stamping my sentiment here. I didn't want to use like a die cut or anything. So I'm just going to stamp directly onto this paper. So I don't want to emboss it. So I'm just going to kind of get an idea of where I want my shelf, and I'm going to do this on all three of my cards, and I'm just going to line this up. Let's see. Oh my gosh, stop doing that. Beachcomber Noni says it's warming up to 53 on Tuesday. Yeah, that'll be nice. Beverly says, I have been off all week because of the weather here in North Texas. Oh, I bet. I bet you've had to. Dawn says, good morning, Joy. Good morning, Dawn. Bonnie, would be better if my driveway wasn't a skating rink. Yeah, that's for sure. That is for sure. I mean, unless you had some ice skates, then that might be a good thing. I'm going to go a kind of about the middle there. I'm going to make sure that this is even. You know what I mean? I say all the time, I'm kind of crooked when it comes to this kind of stuff. Let me get out my top here. We're going to run this through the die cut machine. We're going to do all three of these. I think we'll get those. Weirdly, I think I'll get my backgrounds done first with the stamping and everything. Hello, Stephanie. Growing up, like I always skated at the skating rink. And I grew up in Las Vegas, and we have, and it still is there today, the Crystal Palace skating rink on Rancho. And I grew up going there. Oh my gosh, look at how cute that is. I love that. And I could skate. I mean, I can roller skate. And then I tried to go ice skating, and it is not the same thing. It is not the same thing. I did not do well. So it is not my thing. My kids, my younger two kids would go skating. I'll put that in the packet later. Okay. I do like this quilted daisy. I think this is going to be pretty for the background. Are you too young, according to doctors, for a pacemaker, or is that not an option you want to use? I don't need a pacemaker for the type of AFib that I have. There's a couple types, and like where it is in my heart, it's not considered the ultra dangerous kind. And my heart is perfectly healthy. Like there is not a single thing wrong with my heart. So they're kind of baffled as to why I even have AFib. And so I know that it is triggered a lot by my hormones and like going through perimenopause. And so I'm going to line this. Oh, sorry. You guys can't see. I'm so sorry. I'm going to line this up the same down here. And I'm hoping that once I get through this perimenopause that it'll calm down. I had it a little bit before, but man, when I started going through it, it just kind of went crazy. Okay, I'm going to run this one through. So yeah, I don't need a pacemaker. And I'm at low risk for like stroke and stuff like that because of my age. My heart is healthy. And so I take a baby aspirin every day with my heart meds, but I still get breakthroughs, obviously. Oh, look at how pretty that is. This is the quilted. I love that quilted look with the daisies. And then you can see all the little leaves. How cute is that? Let's see. Been there, and it does trigger AFib. Okay. Oh, yeah. I mean, I went from having it a couple times a month. I was having it like 4 times a week. It was not fun. Yeah, I don't do caffeine either. I don't have AFib, but I have an SVT and they can't explain it. It's scary. I don't know what that is, Tara. Yeah, it doesn't feel good when your heart is doing things. I try not to stress out about it. Nicola, thank you. Thank you for the super chat. I think that's what that is. I appreciate that. And happy Friday. Okay. There's that one. Yeah, it's a no fun. It did not feel good. And when it kicked in last night, I was like, no, because it usually goes for hours and hours and hours and hours and hours. Okay. So for the last card, we have the Quilted Stars, which I kind of like the quilted look, or the ethereal. Which one do you guys think we should do for the third card? The Quilted Stars or the ethereal? I'm going to let you guys vote. Non-sustained ventricle, tough word. You're so nice. Okay, so Beachcomber Noni knows. Well, I don't know what that is. That does not sound fun. Yeah, it's not fun. It's not fun at all. I love, oh, hello, goddess. Okay, hold on. When everything's together, I struggle. Stars. Okay, Stephanie says stars. Love the embossing folders. Me too. Quilted stars. Okay, we already have 2 votes on that. Let's do that. I kind of agree because of the quilting. I think that that is what's really, really cute. Okay, so let's do that too. I'm just going to use this as my tool to line it up. I think I'm going to have to turn off the heater because I seriously am sweating. I am a very on-time person. And it's not that I wasn't on time. I think I just was going slower because I was kind of tired from it, you know. All of a sudden, I'm like, it's 10 minutes still. My hair's not finished and I'm not dressed. My computer's, oh, joy. My computer's not hooked up. They had to stop his heart and restart it on our first and last cruise. Oh my gosh. Just means my heart rate can spike into the 140s, 160-ish. Oh, that's not fun. Yeah, with the AFib, it does go pretty high too. And it's offbeat and it's just not a good feeling. I have, a few years ago, I started doing some yoga, you know, because it is very calming to the body. He was over 200. Oh, that's horrible. Oh, gosh, that would feel horrible. Oh, look at how pretty. Sorry, guys who voted for ethereal. I'm so sorry. I think I was kind of voting for this one, too. But I think that's really pretty. Should I, you know what? I'm just going to grab a piece of paper. And we're going to run it through the ethereal. That way you guys can see. The ones who wanted to vote, we'll just do that really quick. I don't even remember what I was saying. That is funny. Let's just emboss this really quick. I'm just going to do it on a white. Gives me anxiety, which means makes my heart race more. Oh, for sure. Oh, I started doing yoga a couple years ago. And I did it. And it stopped my AFib for like 2 months. I had to stop doing it. It was like right before my daughter ended up being in the hospital, but I just haven't weirdly had the energy to do it. But I started it a couple weeks ago again, and so I'm hoping that it will kick in and help, you know. All right, let's see what this one looks like, though. Ooh, it's so pretty. Oh, I love that. I love that. Okay, we're not going to use that today, but that is really pretty. All right, let me grab the Misty, and we are going to stamp our sentiments. I got to make sure I stamp the right sentiment to what it goes with, because that one has a lot of candy. So I think I'm going to do the sweet. I love the polka dots. It's so cute. It is lovely, huh? I love embossing folders, and I am so happy that scrapbook.com is going to get embossing folders. I guess they all have sweet, so I guess it really doesn't matter. Okay, so this one I'm going to put You're the Sweetest, and I'm just going to do a regular ink. I actually think I'm going to do black ink. Let me grab that. because I'm going to have a lot of other colors. They're all so pretty. Tough choice. Yes. I have palpitations and have a murmur, but my cardiologist says my heart is just fine. My father died with congestive heart failure. Oh, that's scary. Yeah. Embossing folders take your card to another level. Yes, they do. It's like the easiest texture ever, which I love. Yeah, that's scary. I don't know of anyone in my family that has any heart issues or anything, and I would like to say I don't actually have any heart issues other than the AFib. For the most part, I don't let it stress me out. But sometimes it can get feeling really no bueno. All right, I'm going to do black ink. And the cardstock that I'm using, I need to scooch this back just a little bit. All right. I'm using black ink, and the cardstock that I'm using is chiffon cardstock from Spellbinders. So it's a really nice light pink. That's going to be cute. Let's do our other three, and then we'll start putting our mugs together. I have tons of candy things, and that's going to be cute. Tried to give a kidney to my uncle. They found leaky valves in my heart. Oh my gosh. She can't let it stress you out for sure. No, you can't. Kilburn Creations. Yeah, well, I hope that was able to get solved. I mean, I think it's always scary to find stuff out, but then sometimes you're like, well, if I wouldn't have done that, maybe I wouldn't have found that out or whatever. But that still is not a lot of fun. This one I do want to say hugs and kisses, because that's going to have hugs and kisses. I have a mug stamp that I haven't used yet. Oh, then you need to get it out and use it. I have other mug dies, but I forgot that I did. I forgot that I did until I started looking for something else and went, oh, but I already have everything die cut for these large mugs, so I just wasn't going to redo it. And hopefully I did everything well. I was really tired yesterday, and so I don't feel like I was thinking through everything. So we'll see. We'll see. Okay, so we have You're the Sweetest, Hugs and Kisses, and then the last one, we'll see what we're going to do. Valentine's Day, I love you so much. You're a sweetheart. Forever and always. I like the forever and always. Let's do that one. Oh my goodness. Okay. Oops. Let's get this inked up. Okay, do we have plans? You know, I'm always going to ask, being that it's a Friday. We have plans for the weekend? You guys are going to laugh at me. We're actually going to put up the Christmas decorations. My husband said, I said, what do you want to do this weekend? He's like, well, let's put up the Christmas decorations. I was like, thank you. I said, I was starting to look at some of them going, how attached to that am I? Can I just throw it out? But I like my gingerbread stuff, and I don't want to throw that out. So we're actually going to get that put up this weekend. God willing. All right. Now, do you guys think that we should add a little ink? Like take the ink and go over the embossed areas on these, or should we just leave them? Stephanie, I just recently started following you, and I think you are truly amazing. Stephanie, you made me cry, like seriously. You are the sweetest. Thank you so much. Okay, I'm going to get your name right. Goddess of Ocracoke, and I know that that's wrong. So I'm going to call you Goddess, because the rest of it I don't know. Oh, she's going to rewrite something. Okay, what do you guys think? Should we leave it? Well, you know, let me bring in some things, and then that'll probably help you decide. So here's going to be our little shelf, which we're going to ink blend. Then we got a mug. Do you think we should add a little color? You know what I mean? Or just leave it. I was debating this yesterday when I was thinking about it, and I knew I was going to ask you guys. I could do like spun sugar or something like that, really, really soft. Let me know. I have a hair in my eye. While I'm waiting, I'm going to start ink blending our shelves here. No reason to stand around, huh? Coke, it's a joke with my kids, and it's our vacation spot. Oh, well, that's fun. It's way fun. I love it. Can I ask where your vacation spot is? All right. I'm going to do a little bit of walnut stain. This is, oh, I don't remember what color this is. Fawn cardstock from Spellbinders. Let's give it a little texture. And this was die cut from the Barnwood planks from Honeybee Stamps. I love these. I haven't used them in a while, but I legit think about them all the time. All the time. We need to get this looking like some wood. Marcia, good afternoon, Joy. Joining a little late, but excited to see what you'll be making. I'm so glad you're here. I don't think you're late. You're on time. We're just getting started. We're going to make 3 Valentine mug cards. I think that looks good. I love those planks. I use them all the time. Do you, Tara? Oh, I love that. They are fabulous. They have such, you know, Honeybee Stamps is so good with their details. And it just has such good wood grain in here. Get them looking like a nice wood shelf. What do you guys think about the embossing folder? Should we leave them blank or add a little color to the top with like taking my ink pad and just kind of running it across? What do you guys think? Okay, those are done. Get that cleaned up really quick. It's an island with access by ferry only. When I get there, I don't do anything for anyone. I sit on the beach and that's it. Oh, that sounds amazing. I mean, North Carolina does have some beautiful beaches. I've never been, I've only seen, but man, they're so pretty. We like to watch like beach house shows, and there's a lot in North Carolina and South Carolina, and I didn't realize how beautiful their beaches were. Let me get out my grit maker. I have a few cards on my IG using them. I need to cut them. In the craft, I usually do white with weathered wood. Oh, yeah. White wood's always so pretty. Get my little things out of the way. All right. Make sure I have this up here. I'm going to ink blend. We're going to have 2 red mugs, 1 white mug. I might ink blend the chocolate. We'll see. Hello, Deborah. I'm so glad you're here. Yay, yay. Okay. Mulberry blush. I think I talked about this before, but someone else said something from Catherine Pooler, and I thought I wrote it down, and now I don't know. Is a great ink for ink blending on red cardstock. Like it actually shows up. This red cardstock is Red Velvet from Gina K. And I just want to add a little something something around the edges. Because I like that little extra detail. It's not necessary, but I do like it. So besides us putting actually putting up our Christmas decorations, I have 2 Valentine cross stitches that I completed, and I'm gonna finish those off and get them into pillows, which I'm really excited about. Ooh. And so I think that'll be fun. Maybe we'll drive up the mountain. We'll see. We'll see how it's supposed to be a lot warmer here. Usually ends up being about 10 degrees cooler up there. And we live like right by it. So to get to the top of our mountain, it takes like 35 minutes, which is really, really nice. Let me get this ink off of here before I touch. I should have done the white one first. I don't ever learn. Okay, so for the white, I want to use an Olo marker because I didn't want to use like a gray. I'm going to move that over there because I'm afraid I'm going to get red on it. I didn't want to use like a gray to ink blend it. A gray ink I think would be a little too dark. I've tried the stitching, but the only thing I use my needle for is unclogging my glue. I use a straight pin for that. That's what I use. Okay, so I'm going to take the CG1 and CG0, and I'm just going to add the tiniest bit of color around, just so it's not blank. But that's just a me thing. That doesn't have to be a you thing. I am looking forward to the 60-degree weather because we go on a walk. We're really blessed. At the base of our mountain there is I feel like that is going to leak all over. Oh no. We have trails everywhere. And at the base of the mountain there's a trail, and this trail connects to like even through our city and stuff. We don't live in a big town. I think we have like 35,000 people or something. But you walk by a river. They have some like little dammed areas, so you have some waterfall. It's just all beautiful in nature, and we love it. So I hope to go take a couple walks there. Okay, that's pretty. Then we have our whipped cream. So I said this was from Honeybee Stamps, Lovely Layers. What is it called? Cupcakes. And they're small, but we're just going to double it in because we can do whatever we want. So I want to color these as well. So we have a few of these. So let's just add, get the right color though. How do you like the Olos? I have a love-hate relationship with them. Yeah, I think last week we talked a little bit about them. I do like them a lot. And, you know, they have new colors that just came out, and I'm hoping that they kind of fill in the gaps. I still think and it's not for a lack of Olos, but I still think I like Copics a little bit more. But again, I think that's because their colors, their little color families that you blend together, because I tend to use 3 colors at a time, a dark, a medium, and a light, that I feel like I get a better blend, if that makes sense. That's my thoughts. But I do really like Olo markers. I do. I think it's cool that you can have 2 colors on one end, you know, or on one marker. All right, so then I'm going to take what am I doing? I have it wrong. Hold on. Yes, the 0. Okay. That was special. And started with the 1, and then I'm just taking the 0 and just blending it out because I do want this to be really soft and kind of get rid of those harsh lines. But I'm kind of sloppy about it because it doesn't need to be perfect. That works. Okay. I have 3 of these. Let's do these. Stephanie says, I love Ohu markers. I've heard of those. I know nothing about them. My friend Marisha, hello. Hello. I am so glad you're here. How are you doing, friend? My sweet friend Marisha, the Diary of Belle Rose. She's pretty amazing, this girl. Yeah, so that's my thoughts on that. Are they an alcohol ink marker? I've heard of the name. I just don't know a single thing about them. And in these little debossed areas, I'm just adding some of that color too. I'm great. Hope you are. I'm doing good. I'm doing good, friend. It's Friday and I'm glad about that. I'll be taking a nap later, but I'm good. I'm glad you're good too. All right. Okay, and so two of the cards are going to have some whipped cream, and then another card is going to have a bunch of marshmallows. So we're going to quickly do these. It looks like a lot, but it'll be fine. Stopping by to show some love before an appointment. Okay, well, I hope your appointment's good, and I appreciate you, and I love you, friend. Okay. Marshmallows. Naps are the best. Yeah, they really are. I used to be able to take like a 15-minute nap. 10, 15 minutes, and I was good. Now it's like a 2-hour nap. And then it depends on if I'm still good after that. Who knows? I'm just going to be really quick about this and just add some shadow areas. And I'm not even going to blend it out with the other marker because I don't feel like this needs it. We just want something to make it look like it's not just naked cardstock. Okay. Do you guys get inspiration from weird places? You know, like the inspiration for this is from some cross-stitch patterns. I might see color combinations, like if I'm at Michael's and looking at the florals, I'll see colors there and I'm like, oh, and I'll take a photo and be like, I need to use that on my cards. Do you guys do stuff like that? Do you see inspiration everywhere? I tend to. Tara does have the best layering dies. They layer together so easily and look so good. Yes, they do. Okay. I think I'm going to ink blend, but we're going to get to that in a minute. Let's start putting some of this together. I still haven't quit sweating. For real, still have not quit sweating. Okay, so, oh, you know what? Let me ink blend this really quick. So sorry. We have this cute spoon. That is from one of those honeybee stamp dies. Let me get myself to, that's the wrong thing. That would have been bad. And where did I put the ink? Okay. I use my color cubes for inspiration. Oh, I do have color cubes. And I haven't used them in a while. I was looking like, where are they? Naps are wonderful, Beverly says. I have gotten to have quite a few since I was off work this week. Oh, I bet you feel rested. That would be great. Okay, so we're only going to see the top of this, so I'm just going to add a little bit at the top. Nothing fancy schmancy, just... And it's probably mainly more for me than anything else. I do have cherries. You know what? I'm going to do it to the cherries too. What I did with the color cubes is I went through and found tons of things, and most of them end up being beach colors, which is really hilarious. I mean, that's my favorite place to be, and favorite color combinations. And I have them all pulled out and still need to do something with them. Okay. I'm not going to ink blend everything because some of the stuff is really small, and I just don't want to do that. Especially because we're making 3 cards. All right. Stephanie, I have been using my color cubes a lot more recently since I got the newer ones. They have newer ones? I didn't know there was newer ones. What? Out of the loop. I am out of the loop. I do think I want to give these guys a little bit of color. So I think I'm going to do walnut stain. Let me grab one more color, guys. I'm going to do for an espresso. I can find it. I just had it the other day. There we go. So these guys are from like a year ago. I think it was January when I guest designed for Pretty Pink Posh. It's their birthday cake pops. Okay, so let's do walnut stain for this. This is the Fawn cardstock from Spellbinders. We're just going to be quick about it. Oh, I have my sticky mat. Oh, well. And then we'll do ground espresso on the truffle cardstock. I got the 2 newer sets for Christmas. I love them. Oh, that's so fun. What a great Christmas gift. Okay, and then ground espresso. Cute, cute. All right, so I have another one here. I have little from their newest release. I have some little candies we're going to do. These are going to be so cute. I'm very excited. All right. Making sure I'm not messing up my what goes with what card. When I die cut everything, I kind of stick it together. And then I take photos so I know what's what. My memory is most definitely not what it used to be. Okay. And then I'm hoping to make bread because I ended up not, last weekend went so fast. And so I'm hoping I did not get to make bread last weekend. So I definitely want to do that. Make some good French bread. All right, a couple more to ink blend. And then I think, oh, I do need to stamp my straw for one of the cards. Doing one that's stained. It's there. Excited to see all this come together. Me too, Tara. Me too. All right. I need to go see my grandbabies too. It's been a couple weeks, I think, since we've seen them. Okay. That's good. Let me clean this up. Clean up my hands before I start touching all over the cards. I don't have everything thought out because I was really tired yesterday. And I was like, you can do it, Joy. Just do it. So, okay. So we'll see. My whole point is, if it's funny, sorry. I do want to pop this up. I think we're going to use 1mm foam adhesive, and then we're going to start getting stuff together. Let me glue a few things. And then we can start getting everything together. Will you do a how-to video on how to make a cross stitch to a pillow? I'll show you what I do. I can't say that yes, I will. I actually planned on recording what I was doing. Now, let me just say, I'm squeezing up my glue. I'm super new to sewing. Okay? I'll show you a pillow. I literally have them in a drawer over here. Push some pillows really quick. We're going to have a stop this program and go to something else really quick. So here's a cross stitch that I did, and I sewed it, and I like to put a color back here. And I had someone on one of my floss tube videos the other day say, why do you do that? Normally people match the color and it's a better look, and like 5 exclamation points. It was so funny to me. I'm like, because this is what I like. Anyways, I can't say that I would teach you, but I'll show you what I do because I'm so new to this. But this is one of the pillows I've done. I did this one for Christmas. It's so cute. And I did this one for Christmas. We sewed on some little bells and stuff like that. So with that said, that's my disclaimer, is I can't say that I could teach anybody how to do it. I'll just show you what I do. So yes, I will absolutely. I plan on recording those. I don't know if I will today after I'm done here, but maybe next week. So that will absolutely come out soon. So if you watch, I'll probably put it on my floss tube video. So yes, I'm glad you're a newbie too. We'll do it together, Beverly. We'll do it together. How about that? Thank you, Goddess. Thank you, Deborah. Okay, let's glue these together. Let's get back to our regular programming here. But it's fun. I do like the finishings. I've been having a really good time with that. That's been a lot of fun to me. I have tried to start a quilt, and I want to do it, but man, sewing is no joke, and that is a skill and a half. But I did see a quilted book sleeve that I really do want to make. Really, really, really do want to make. All right, got a couple cherries here. Let's glue these. Thank you, Beverly. All right. Let's glue these on. One of my cross stitches that I just finished does have cherries on it. It was a free stitching pattern. Oh my gosh, trying to pick it up. It was a free stitching pattern from Fat Quarter Shop. Okay, got our cherries. Let me get my reference photo on my phone because I need to know what it is that I'm doing. All right, so we got our little components and we'll put all that stuff together, but let's get our, excuse me, our little mug together. And actually, let me find my photo of what I did. Maybe in a second. Hold on. Here we go. Okay, so I have different size hearts, and that was die cut from one of the mug dies from Fawn. So I die cut them in 3 different colors, and we're going to create a row. So this is a little bit different than the inspiration that I saw on the cross stitch, but it's going to be cute. It is going to be really, really cute. So I'm going to lay them out first because for me it makes more sense, and then I can start gluing things down. My mom is a quilter, and I mean a long arm quilter machine and all. That's dedication. That is wild. Good for her. I think it looks really pretty. Like really, really pretty. I'm just not, here's where I struggle. I struggle with measuring. I'm an eyeball girl, and so now I'm told I have to measure things. I don't want to. I just don't want to. Okay, so the 3 colors of cardstock that I have are blush, chiffon, and red velvet. And I was trying to reach for the cherries because they kind of look like a heart too. This is going to be good enough. I'll spread this out a little bit more, but that's kind of it. All right. Now that she has moved closer, I'm hoping to learn. Oh, I think that's a fabulous thing to learn for sure. All right. I would make my life easier if I decided to glue these crooked, but I'm not gonna. Doesn't mean some of them won't be crooked. They will. It's a handmade card, so it's all right. And I like the different size hearts. I think that's fun. And the different colors of these cute little Valentine mugs. I'm gonna try my best to get these lined up, but it's a curved mug, so maybe I have to kind of chop some of this heart off on the bottom. We will do that. That makes sense. All right. Get these all in place. I think I'm more concerned about these darker pink hearts being lined up than anything else, if I'm being real honest. Maybe that's my way of going, if it's not perfect, it's all right. Alrighty. I think this is probably the most complicated one, I say. We'll see. Oh, that's already glued. I'm trying to glue something down that's not. You're not glued down, are you? You are. You're not. Oh, yes, you were. That's funny. Okay. This one will have to get trimmed off a little bit too. And we'll do that. Oh, it's cute. Then I have these little tiny die cut hearts, and we're going to put these on the chocolates. So let's do that really quick. And then we'll put this one together and work on our second one. Thank you, Stephanie. I think these are going to be really cute. So this is, to me, just like the little confetti candy. Or confetti candy, like little sprinkles. But I just did them in white hearts. Just to add a little something extra to this. And this is just going to be part of our decor that goes on the shelf, because I didn't want to just have the mug, you know. I love a good truffle. It's super yummy to me. Let me flip this over. Get that on there. One more on this guy. Today I'm creating myself a 6x6 bound card making sketchbook. Okay, 6x6 bound card making sketchbook with dotted grid on one side and parameters, colors on the other side. That sounds incredibly complicated. That's pretty awesome. That's fun that it's going to be like a 6x6. That sounds very, to me, just because, again, my brain doesn't work like that. That sounds pretty awesome. I wish these guys would just turn over. That'll be a fun thing to do. It's just fun to be crafty. We're just going to do 3 on this guy here. Okay. Then we have our spoon. Let's put this together. Let me get the 1mm foam adhesive. I can just cut a 12x12 into 4 pieces to make 2 books. That's really cool. I think it's kind of neat when people bind their own books and stuff like that. I feel like it's interesting when I've seen people do that. And I thought, gosh, you could just make that however you want to make that. You know, your own style, your own whatever. I just think it's really, really neat. Yes, they are pretty pink, Posh. Yes, ma'am. The birthday cake pops. All right. So let's line this up straight. Okay. Let me give these a little trim. Sweet. Okay. And 2mm. I don't have my glasses on today. I feel like I can kind of see okay. Okay, I'm going to do 2mm behind our mug here. Oh, I need to have stuff sticking out. Hold my horses. Hold on. Let me get the whipped cream. So again, these were smaller, but we're going to make it work. We're going to do 2 because why not have 2 pounds of whipped cream? There's no rules. There's no rules to whipped cream, I don't think. Okay, I'm going to do this one a little crooked. I kind of like that. All right, now I can add my 2mm adhesive. I'm not going to add it to the bottom because that is going to be on the shelf, and so we can just add a little bit of liquid glue for that. All right. Pull this off. Stick down. Don't be silly. I need to empty out my garbage. It is overflowing onto the floor. I don't even know, I'm trying to aim for the garbage can if I'm being honest. All right, I think I'm going to go to this side. Let me add a little bit of glue here. And then let's place these. I might have that hang off and then I'll trim that a little bit. No, I don't want that. Cute, cute. Oh my goodness. A little cherry. I mean, I know, you know, hot chocolate, whatever, you may not have a cherry, but this is card making world. And we can do what we want. That's how I feel it. I don't know why I didn't put foam adhesive behind that. I'll fix that later. Oh, I'm getting ahead of myself. I need to put my spoon in here. Let's solve that problem. We don't need that bottom part. Oh, yes. Problem solved. It sounds like my daughter's room. Yeah. It just fills up so fast. So fast. I actually use a box for my garbage can because I don't want to have to deal with trying to aim into a little tiny hole. And so I just told my husband, can we just use a box for that? I'm going to add some foam adhesive behind that. Oh, well, that's cute. The cherry. Don't need the spoon. Okay, and then we have, I think we'll do a couple little chocolates. I think I'll put this one over here. No, we'll do this one. And we can cut off any excess. I think that one will kind of lay. That's really cute. I feel like I need to add more things, but we'll see. Oh, yes, this little cherry, this other little cherry we'll add there. I'm going to do 1 millimeter behind this guy. It's a real skill doing paper piecing. I'm still a newbie. Yeah. Are you doing like the paper piece? No, that's quilling. Never mind. Never mind. My brain. Never mind. I used to do quilling. Do you guys remember what that? I'm sure people still do it. That I'm going to cut off the edge, and this I'll cut off the edge. I used to do that. I thought it was really fun. I had all the tools and everything, all the little tiny paper strips, everything. But I haven't done that forever, so I got rid of that stuff. Okay, and then we have another little cherry. Oh, shot right out of there. That I'll place down with a little bit of foam adhesive. Okay. Oh, I do have hearts. I'm going to add a few hearts to this because I just think that's going to be cute. Just a few. This is turning out so awesome. Thank you. Is quilling the roll-up paper? Yes, Stephanie, it is. It is. We're going to add some hearts because I just feel like it needs a little more down here than what I have going on. So we're going to, I have so many die cut extra hearts over here. So we're going to do that. Give us a little something extra to look at. Let's do, well, that's weird. Someone's ringing my doorbell. Probably my cute mother-in-law. Okay. Oh, that's cute. I'm glad I did that. That just needed a little something extra. I'm going to let that dry, and then I'll come back and trim off the excess. Okie doke. This one's so fun. This one is so fun. Let me find my photo. Okay. Oh, I need a stamp for the straw. And I need to do that in red on pink cardstock. Let me do that first because I have to cut that out with scissors. I don't have a coordinating die for that. Pink paper. I'm going to do the light pink, the chiffon. And then we're going to do a red ink. And then we'll have ourselves a little red and white striped straw to fit in there. And that will be cute. So let's do that really quick. And then I can just trim it out with some scissors. So I'm going to line it up right on this edge here. Let's see if it's straight to the paper. All right. And then let's bring in, I'm just going to use the Mulberry Blush. That's what we use to ink blend. That's what I've got. So that's what we're going to use. All right. Oh, that's going to be cute. I like it. That works. Sometimes you have to get creative, right? You have to find what you've got in your stash and make good use of it. Okay. There's that. Let me get my paper trimmer and we're going to trim this out. Guys, thanks for crafting along with me today. Okay, I'm going to leave some of that pink. Around the edge. And this has a little curve, and I'll take the scissors to that. I guess you're not going to see the bottom. That doesn't really matter, does it? Die cut paper piecing like you're doing. Yes, Deborah, yes. My brain was going to something else because I perimenopause. So it goes places that it shouldn't, and it doesn't make any sense. Let me just curve this. A little. Not that it's really that big of a deal. Okay. Voila, our straw. Yay, yay. Okay, let's get back to this. Whoa. I have red ink everywhere. So this one had like a little tic-tac-toe board. And so these little pieces right here, I die cut from, it's the sticks to the birthday cake pops. I'm like, that is perfect. I mean, you could just trim it out with your, you know, paper trimmer or whatever, scissors. But I just thought that is perfect. Okay, so let me, oh yeah, I think my mother-in-law's here. She's very sweet. So we're going to kind of glue like this. So let me get the tweezers and glue. And let's get these guys glued down. And then again, I'll trim off anything that's hanging over once the liquid glue dries. Make sure that's straight-ish. Stephanie, I've got to run. I have a work meeting now, but this has been great. These cards look amazing. Thank you so much, Stephanie, for joining me today. I hope you can and have a good rest of your day at work. I hope you have a great weekend. Okay. That needs to go out a little. Oh, stick down. All right. Oh my gosh. So I think I told you guys last week that my son's kitty got her spayed. Poor little thing. We have a huge kennel that we put in his room to keep her in while he's at work. And she has to wear an outfit. So I bought her some baby pajamas and we make that work. So, you know, we go in and let her go potty or whatever, but she is feeling better and she is ready to play. So we put the big kennel up on my son's bed, and so that way she can look out the window while she's in her little jail world thing. But she's doing good, and I was like, I kind of miss her running around, even though I'm not very much a cat person, but I miss her running around. Okay, so then from Pretty Pink Posh's January this year release, I'm using the X's out of the box of chocolates, and I have some hearts that I'm going to be using. Get my other stuff out of the way here. And we're going to do a little tic-tac-toe board, but with hearts. And it's going to be so cute. I saw it and I was like, I absolutely love that. And then I'm just trying to remember now what hearts. I think I did a big heart in the center, and then I think I did little hearts. I like the different size hearts. Okay, so let's get this going. This is going to be cute. Okay. But his cat is she's a really good kitty. Like a really good temperament. She's very sweet and she's pretty chill. She doesn't really like my dog. He's a good boy, and he, for the most part, he really could care less about her. But when he goes to sniff her or whatever, he's a little intense. But he's also kind of laid back. But when she was kind of going into heat, she liked him a lot. She actually rubbed her face against his, and he looked at her. We have a Frenchie, and his eyes get huge like that. He was not sure about what was going on. Thank you, Tara. I know. Isn't this cute? I mean, who knew? Cross stitches and cards. Okay. And this, I you know, you can see a little bit of glue, but it will dry clear. Not a big deal. Oh my goodness. I'll trim that off. Oh, it's darling. It's cute, cute, cute. All right. Let's get this other stuff off of here. I feel like I need my glasses for that. I can go cross-eyed. Oh my goodness. How cute is that? I love it. Okay, so we have whipped cream, our straw. I'm going to use 3 whipped creams this time. I think I'm going to do 2 close together, and then I think I'll stick this one up tall. Like this is someone, this will be for my husband because he loves whipped cream. Thank you, Beverly. Thank you, Goddess. All right. Let's get some liquid glue on here. Get these guys in here. I'm going to tilt these out a little. This kind of weirdly makes me want to have some ice cream. Like really some ice cream. Oh. We have a town called Beaver. That's about 45 minutes north of us. And they have a creamery there, and they have the yummiest food, and their ice cream is delicious. Well, there's a little restaurant here that carries some of their ice cream, and it's like 2 minutes from my house, which is really not good. Really not good. Because I really love ice cream. Like a lot. Oh, forgetting. Oh, you know what? We're going to put the straw in there, so I don't need it to be that tall. We're going to stick it. We'll put it on the side. Oh, that's cute. Easy, a little shorter. Oh, yes. Cute, cute. So I may have to get some ice cream today. They have their peanut butter revel, which is peanut butter ice cream. No, chocolate ice cream with peanut butter, like peanut butter in it, which makes my heart really happy because I love chocolate peanut butter ice cream. And then they have their coconut castaway, and it's so coconutty. It's so delicious. I love it. All right, so we're going to have some candies, of course. And then I did some of the little candies from that box of candy, or box of chocolates from Pretty Pink Posh. Then we have our little frosting. Come on. Oh my goodness. So let's glue these guys together. We're almost there, you guys. brains. All right, let's put our little bit of frosting on here and our little heart. Beverly, when my daughter was stationed in South Carolina, there was a place that made homemade ice cream, and it was so delicious. I always got coffee, love coffee ice cream. Ooh, yeah, coffee ice cream. My husband loves coffee ice cream. I love coffee candies more than coffee ice cream. But if there's going to be like a chocolate peanut butter or a coconut, that's literally what I'm going to get. Or something really rich chocolatey. That is definitely for me. All right, let's get a few little hearts on here. We're just going to do 3 because that saves time. Oops. Cute, cute. And then I have little clay hearts that I want to put in on top of the whipped cream. And we will do that in a minute. I have glue everywhere. Everywhere. Do you like bumbleberry ice cream? Sue says. I think it's delicious. Okay. I may have tried it. I know that my youngest son and my husband, they like, I'm pretty sure they like bumbleberry. If my husband doesn't, my son definitely does. And I like things like that. I'm just really kind of a chocolate person. That tends to be my most favorite. Never had a bumbleberry ice cream, but sounds delicious. Yeah, I kind of feel like my husband and son would have had that. Does that sound super familiar? You know why? You know why that sounds familiar? Okay, we live about, I don't know, 45 minutes from Zion National Park. And there's a restaurant there that has bumbleberry pie. I've had bumbleberry pie, and that was good. That's what I'm thinking of, is bumbleberry pie. Elaine, we're the same. Chocolate peanut butter ice cream, so good. I think it's the sweet and salty is what I think. We used to get ice cream from Cold Stone. And like when we lived in Vegas, when me and my husband were first married and stuff like that, we had a new house and kind of a newer area, built area, and I'm gonna slide this one over here. And so we would go there and they would mix in peanut butter into the chocolate ice cream. And this young girl thought my husband was so cute. So he would go in, she'd always give us extra ice cream. Well, him, because I wouldn't go in with him. And I'm like, psh, that's all right. If she thinks you're cute, we can get more ice cream out of that. Okay, Sue says, when I was in Utah, my friend took me to an ice cream place that makes bumbleberry ice cream. That's fun. I'm sure that was probably up north, huh, Sue? I love ice cream, but the belly don't. Oh, some of my in-laws are like that. They can't do it. I wasn't crazy about the bumbleberry pie because of the huge seeds. Oh, okay. I gotcha. I'll be honest, I can't remember if it had huge seeds when we ate it. Okay, put it behind this now, Joy. Think ahead. Think ahead. I get distracted talking to you guys. Because when I'm here by myself making cards, usually I will catch myself. Not always, but usually. Okay. Yes, let him charm them to get more ice cream. Yeah. He was like, I feel like she gives me ice cream. Because the one time I did go and I'm like, she thinks you're cute. And so let's go with that. And we did. All right. Scoot you down. Oh, that's going to be cute. You have to add glue, Joy. Gosh. See, I'm sitting here talking to you guys about not doing whatever. Sue, my friend lives in Washington. I'm just north of that, Sue. My oldest son and grandbabies live there. I'm going to put 1 millimeter. Hold on. Yeah, my cute little family lives there. And they have the most delicious aubergine kitchen restaurant. I don't know if you guys have ever eaten aubergine kitchen. It's Mediterranean. And it's so good. I could talk food all day. I'm going to be so hungry when I'm done. I'm seriously going to have to drive and go get ice cream at probably 11:30 in the morning. Is that bad? Okay, let's tuck our candies. We've got our truffles here. We've got some other little truffles. Oh, that's going to be cute. And then we'll bring in some of the little hearts because I think that's a good fill-in. Small world, Sue. It's a small world, I think. So 2mm here. Nope, not bad. Beverly, you're an encourager and enabler. That's how I am. But the creamery where the ice cream originally is in Beaver, Utah. And their food is so delicious. Their sandwiches are so good. Okay. Let's grab a couple hearts and then we can get on to our last card and then we'll be done, you guys. Thanks for hanging out with me. You guys are so awesome. I appreciate you. We're just going to tuck some in and around. Nothing fancy. And then, oh, I got to glue some hearts in the whipped cream. Let's get some little hearts here. I'm going to put one in there. Just because that's cute. No. Let's do one of these. Whoa. I love using the sets that you can use for holidays other than intended. I just used a Halloween set for a V-Day card. I do too. I mean, that's what we did last week, right? I'm so glad you got to catch a live too, Beverly. I hope you get to catch more. It's my first time I caught you live because I normally work on Fridays. Oh. Well, hopefully you can catch more, Sue, in the future, I hope. Let's put a little red heart over here. And I think we'll call that good. As far as these go. I appreciate everyone that's watching and hanging out. Thank you guys all for chatting with me. It's always so fun. I really appreciate your card videos. Always so inspiring. Thank you. Thank you, Goddess. I appreciate that. Oh, Tara, you're sweet. Thank you, Bonnie. This is my first live. Well, my plan is every Friday. Same time, same place. That's my plan. And if I'm not, I will post in the community part of my channel that it's postponed. Thankfully, that didn't happen today. You know, that was a close call. Okay, so I have some of these little clay hearts that we're going to put up here like little heart sprinkles. Because why not? And I just kind of want to glue them all kinds of different directions. Oh, that's cute. I like it. I had just enough too, like I planned it, but I didn't. Oh, cute. And then I'll trim everything off at the end and we'll kind of look at them. Okay, this one's really cute too. Love, love, love it. Hey, I did make some other Valentine's cards. I'm going to show you really quick. I had a video put out yesterday, just a regular, not a live, of some other Valentine's cards that I made. And these turned out so cute. So I'm going to share them with you really quick. Pause. So I did vintage nautical Valentine's with a little bit of postage. And I thought this, I mean, I love all of these cards, but I thought this was going to be my favorite. This is my favorite. This little crab guy. Isn't it cute? I love these. So if you guys haven't caught this video, you should check it out because I did lots of splatter and inking and stamping and it was fun. And these are really, really cute. I love nautical things. You know, that's why I love my Shark Week. Okay. Elaine, I just found you on YouTube. I'll be watching on Fridays from now on. Oh, yay, Elaine. Thank you. I'm so glad you found me. Okay. Let's get our last card together. Quit getting off track over here. All right, so 1mm. Now this card is going to have a bunch of marshmallows. Remember we colored all those marshmallows. I say we because you guys are doing it in spirit too. We're a team. All right, let's get this on here. Dawn, I love that nautical theme. I do too. Oh my gosh. I made some other cards, some little quick ones with some of those dies. But I'm like, I need to do it again. And I'm just loving the postage stuff. And so I just was like, I need to do that. Okay, this one is really cute. So using the Cake Pop die again from Pretty Pink Posh. Let me find my photo. I use the same thing, the same little strips that I did for that little tic-tac-toe mug. I can't remember what it was called. And then a little bow. I just thought this one was so sweet and so cute. It's going to look like a little present. And then this is also going to have some cake pops in the top, which is going to be darling. So we're going to glue these on. This is the blush cardstock. Oops, getting glue everywhere. And then, okay, and then we're going to place this one. I'm going to try to get it kind of between the stitched areas on these mugs. Oh, that's crooked. Big surprise. Like crooked should be my middle name. Thank you, Beverly. Thank you, Elaine. Okay, I didn't see your guys' comments because it kind of popped in. I'm going to put the tiniest bit of foam adhesive behind that because I kind of want it to be just the tiniest bit popped up. A little tiny piece. Okay, and I'm also going to add a little bit of liquid glue because I just put my thumb all over it and it probably took all the sticky off. Oh, isn't that cute? It's so simple. But like, are you kidding me? That's so cute. This one probably I'm going to center. Okay. So I think I'm gotta figure out how to glue. Oh, I did not ink blend that big chocolate. We're going to have to do that here in just a second. But I did do the little chocolates. That was special. And then let me get frosting and the frosting. Okay, let's put our little hearts together. What we're going to do. These are going to be our little cake pops, and they are going to stick out of the mug, which I think is going to be super cute. And this little frosting heart, this piece fits inside here, and I thought I'm just going to use both. I don't need to die cut like a whole other piece. Because this is when I was getting really tired. And I was like, we're just going to make that work. But I think it's really cute, and it totally does work. Then I have white sticks, as these are the actual cake pop sticks, but to these big guys, we're going to put these little guys. And then we'll just set this aside to dry. And then I can get all of these aren't mushrooms, marshmallows into the mug. Do you guys like marshmallows in your hot chocolate? Are you guys marshmallow people? I don't. I'm not a marshmallow person, although there's a handful of marshmallow things I do like, but most of the time I don't. Okay, I'm going to start on the back here because I think it'll just be the easiest. Kind of lay down some marshmallow pieces. And then I can build upwards if I need to. cute. That works. And then we'll just add a few more. Peppermint and marshmallows. Oh, yeah. My husband loves peppermint stuff. I'm more like regular mint stuff. Not, I mean, I like peppermint. Like, I mean, I do. Like, I like peppermint bark. I think that's really yummy. Okay. Make that one stick. Let me get one more right here. And then I have a few that are going to go on the shelf. A little extra spillover. Oh, it's sticking to me. Mine usually don't make it to the cup. That's funny. My granddaughter loves a marshmallow. She comes to Grammy's house. She's hilarious. She is a little candy, she's a little candy monster. Like, seriously, it's so funny. She's a picky eater, not because she eats candy. She just was that way since she was little. I think we're going to kind of place them like this. Oh, it's cute. Let's do it. And you know what, let me do it this way. We had marshmallows because I think we had done s'mores for something. And she's like, "Do you have a marshmallow?" And she'll just stick the whole thing in her mouth, which makes me want to have a heart attack. Because I'm always like, "Take little bites, Skylie. Grammy does not need to see you choke on that." I can't handle it. Okay, here we go. She's just funny. That's a little too tall. Let me go a little shorter with this one. Let me move this over. I'm going to go a little shorter here. That way this one can also be shorter. Goddess, whipped cream and hot chocolate is delish. That is good. I do love a whipped cream. All right. Come on. Don't be difficult. Okay, scooch it over. All right. Oh, that's cute. Look at how cute that is. Oh, okay. Okay, I'm excited. Let's add some foam adhesive. We'll finish off this card and then we'll be done, you guys. And my youngest son, he is like the typical uncle. The typical. And he's like, "Ooh, kids are gross," you know, but he thinks they're cute, of course. But it took him a minute. Anyways, we went out to Fish Lake, Utah, and we had these little floaty things, little boats that have they row, you blow it up, and they're a blast. Anyways, she calls, my granddaughter calls my youngest son Uncle Greed, because when he was in college, he was in like theater makeup, like for movie stuff, one of his classes, and she was at the house, and he came home and his face was completely, "Don't forget to like the live." Oh, thank you, Terry. Yes, if you guys like it, please like the live. And also, if you like it, please subscribe. That'd be great. Thank you, Tara. I appreciate that. Anyway, so he had a green face, and so she calls him Uncle Green. That's his name. So anyway, she wanted to be in the boat with Uncle Green. And because he had all the snacks, which was really funny. So he had Red Hots, he had chocolate-covered cinnamon bears, and he gave her a Red Hot. Because he's a typical uncle. And of course she spit that out. And then she tried the cinnamon, chocolate covered cinnamon bear. Let me blend this really quick. And she went to spit it out over the side of the boat, and then she was like, "That's really good." And so she'll come over and say, "Can I have a chocolate cinnamon bear?" Which, you know, is cute when little grandbabies talk like that. I'm just using leftover ink, you guys. It's the name of the game right now. But she loves a chocolate cinnamon bear. So I had to hide them because she would just eat all of them. And then she started humming a song about, and I said, "What are you singing, Skylie?" And she's like, "About chocolate cinnamon bears." Which was so funny. My kids would crack up. Okay, Let me get this cleaned up before I get it all over the stuff I don't want it on. I don't know which one is my favorite. I'm just saying I like this one a lot. Okay, let's add our glue. And if you didn't want a bunch of chocolate stuff, you could add greenery, you know, and that kind of fills in some of the area on stuff like this too. 2, 3. We're going to put on some of these little white hearts and get this card together. All right, and then we've got extra marshmallows for the overflow, although I don't think we'd have extra marshmallows in our house at all. Let's tuck that in. Oh, I'm so glad you guys like it. I think they turned out cute. I'm glad I did the embossing folder on the background because it just needed something. You know what I mean? Glue. Sorry about that. Okay. Let's just tuck all of these marshmallows in and around. Oh gosh, throwing things. And then I'll trim these up and we'll take a look at them up close and we will be done. You guys are so much fun. I appreciate all of you so much. Like that. And then we'll throw in some hearts too. I almost think that's good. Okay, let's grab a few hearts and tuck those in. And we are going to be done. I think we're going to do 3 hearts. Let's do a red one over here. A light pink one. And then a darker pink one. We'll do a little one up here. I think this bow is so cute. All right. I'll let that dry for a second before I cut that one, but let's bring these other 2, and then I'll put these on. I'm trying to get a tickle. I'll put these on a card base. I might start having coughing fit, and we don't need that drama. Okay. Woo! That was close. All right, let's trim this stuff off. These are cute. Oh, yes. Oh my goodness. How fun. I love all the chocolate. Surprise, surprise. Okie doke. Let's take a look at these up close. You could add white pen detail to some of this stuff. I'm not going to. I actually think it looks just fine the way that it is. So this is that first one we did with a cute little heart pattern on the white mug. We've got the fun little cherries. Oh my gosh, that's cute. And that fun 3D embossing folder. This one is so cute. And you could put these on this guy too, but I kind of feel like there's a lot of hearts here and I didn't want to do that. But I love the tic-tac-toe and all the yummy little candies. You're gonna be sweeted out when you're done eating this. I almost think this one is my favorite. I just think this little, which is weird because I'm not a bow person, but I think this is really, really, really cute. But I do love the cake pops sticking out, and I think that is a lot of fun. So really cute. Let's flip it around and then, nope, wrong one. Computer camera. Okay, let's show this way because sometimes you can see it better. How cute is that? Has the spoon. We have the straw. Oh my gosh, it is darling. Cute, cute. Thank you, Beachcomber Noni. Love all of them. I think I like the third one the best, though. I kind of do. Lotta says, all 3 cards are so pretty and clever. Thank you. Tara, they're all so pretty. I like them. I think they turned out really, really, really good. So, okay, we are done for today. I'm so glad today worked out. As I was trying not to be bummed when I thought it wasn't going to happen, so I'm really glad that it did. I'm glad that all of you guys joined me. Thank you. I appreciate you guys so very much because this is really a lot of fun. So I will be here every Friday, 9 a.m. Pacific time, which is like 10 a.m. my time, but I think it's easier to say Pacific because that's everyone knows that, right? It's the bow. I thought the same thing. Yeah, it is the bow. The bow is really cute. Like, I just think it's really, really cute. Okay, so anyways, I hope you guys have a really amazing weekend. I hope you guys eat something yummy. I hope you get to craft or relax or whatever it is that you guys are going to enjoy. Thank you, Dawn. Thank you, Sue. Thank you, Goddess. I appreciate all of you. Thank you, Elaine. Oh, I will feel okay, Elaine. I just probably will need a nap, but I will really feel okay. Thank you. I appreciate that. And I hope to see you guys again next Friday. I know some of you work, but whenever you get a chance, jump in, but you can always watch the replay too. And you can add your comments in the bottom and I, try my best to, I get notified and I try my best to look and respond at least. Thank you, Tara. I hope you have a fantastic weekend. Okay, guys, thank you so much. And I will see you next Friday. Bye.